like this. You're all listening, right? Worker in the mode of goodness, worker in the mode of goodness is he has no ego. Means if he is in a group, he wants the group to flourish. He's like a salt. When there is enough salt in the dish, everyone will say, sambar is good, sabji is good. Nobody appreciates salt. But the salt is less in the sambar. People say, yaar sabji is not good. So salt mixes with the dish and gives credit to the dish. So if you have a worker in mode of goodness, worker in mode of goodness, the company will go on very well because he works with a determination and enthusiasm. What do you think?
Yes.
But if you have a worker in a group, in a team, always he thinks, what will I get? What will I get? He's greedy, envious, and impure. He may succeed as a consultant, but he'll not flourish in the team. Because he's a worker in mode of passion. Because world is mode, most of the people in this world are passionate. That's why today it's very difficult for partnerships, management in the management, and difficult in marriages actually. You're listening, right?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So what is very important? Anyway, before we discuss, we'll see third one. And there is worker in mode of ignorance also. Materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others. Lazy, and morose, postponement, postponing things, procrastination. Worker in mode of ignorance. So if you imagine one group, in the group one person is there, he's always insulting others. And he himself is lazy. And he's oh, we didn't get it, sad. He's always postponing things. Means, will the team flourish? One person is working very hard. Arek, what can you do? You're good for nothing. Then who will work? Right? Or somebody is a passionate worker. I should get the name, not you. Then who will work with them? But the first one, very determined, very determined and okay, success comes, is not so affected. Failure comes also, is not so disappointed. Nothing is end of the world, let me try. You need that type of parents who will encourage you. You need that type of co-workers who will encourage you. How many of you agree?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Now we'll see determination. Very important determination, Determination mode of goodness. Actually, I have a seminar on determination. I have a seminar on determination. प्रत्याय धार्यते मन प्राणेन्द्रिय क्रिया so this is necessary. Before we go for determination, understanding. What is understanding? Very important. Understanding is proper is translating buddhi as understanding. What type of buddhi you should have? Pravrittincha nivrittimcha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha yavetti buddhi sa partha satviki. You can translate buddhi as intelligence also. You can translate buddhi as understanding also. Sometimes people ask, to what extent should I try? Should I keep on trying for so many years, failing? If you have a right buddhi, right understanding, what to do, what not to do. Right buddhi comes from purified intelligence. Right buddhi comes from
Purified intelligence.
purified intelligence. When you are sufficiently purified, you know what to do, what not to do. You know where to put energy, where not to put energy. You know when to work very hard and when to strive hard and when to withdraw. You know, you're all with me. These are very important in the life, not just Bhakti Shastri course. You know, one day one person came to a temple, American, looking very good, looking in mode of goodness actually. I thought he'll become a devotee. And I asked him, what do you do? I sell drugs. Oh, wow. You sell drugs? I have a question. Let us see who will say, this example, workers in mode of passion, ignorance, and uh, goodness. Is a worker selling drugs? I have a question for you. What type of mode is he in?
Ignorance.
Is it mode of goodness or passion or
Ignorance.
ignorance?
Mode of ignorance, Prabhuji.
How many of you say it is ignorance?
Passion, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Mode of passion, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay, let us see. How many of you say it is goodness? Is there anybody saying it is goodness?
No, Prabhuji.
He's very good at classifying which cannabis is good, which weed is very good. He told me that actually. I'm employed nicely because I know very well how to separate which weed is good and which is not good. He attained some expertise. So is it mode of goodness?
No,
Is-
Prabhuji.
Okay. Is mode of, how many of you think it's mode of passion? Some people said mode of passion.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So raise your hand if you say mode of passion. Gautam Prabhu raised his hand. Passion. One, only one. Two. Three. Four, five. Okay. Somebody can speak. Okay, I think more of 10, close to 10 people are coming. Why he is in mode of passion? Can you defend?
Prabhuji, because he just wants to make money
Ah,
and he doesn't care if it is good or bad for the others.
okay.
So that way it is mode of passion, Prabhuji.
Okay, very nice. And now, thank you. Bring your hands down. And my next question is, I'm sorry. I don't know what came.
Okay, if there's one AI.
My next question is, who say it is mode of ignorance?
Yeah.
Okay, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Sham Kishore also raised 10. 10, 11 people. 12. What?
Ignorant.
12, 13. Okay, 13, 14, 15. Okay, one person. You say why it is ignorance.
Prabhuji, because he is greedy and he's destroying other people.
He's greedy and destroying other people.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji,
it
because
is
he is working
against the
against the
scriptures.
scriptures.
Only one person you speak. I'm looking for what happened to the website, it's gone suddenly. Okay, anybody, you tell, so no problem. One person, somebody said greedy. Okay, great, no problem. Anybody else?
It's against the scriptures, Prabhuji, described in the scriptures, and he's cheating.
Okay, very nice. Somebody else?
Hare Krishna,
It's in-
Prabhuji. Prabhuji, like he doesn't even know what is good and what is bad,
Yes.
and completely cheating people in those lines is completely ignorance. Because if it is a passion, Prabhuji, he must know. I mean, like passion string is always like they want to do something, like earning money or something. But this is completely ignorance, Prabhuji. They don't even know that is good or bad.
Mm. Very nice.
It's long term damaging, Prabhu. So it is with the mode of ignorance for others also. So he doesn't know like how much harmful it is
Mm.
today, and how much harmful it is for himself also. In a sense, karma, bad karmas and all. So that's ignorance.
Yes. Somebody else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it is actually more like mode of ignorance than because it's strongly mode of ignorance than consuming there, because the actions that one harms else another while being blinded to consequences. And even like Srimad Bhagavatam says that activities that destroys truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, and austerities are under Kali's influence. So everything comes under intoxication. So that's why this strongly comes under mode of ignorance.
Very nice. Actually, those who said passion, actually it is ignorance, not passion. Because this is against scriptural injunction, And what is that Pavanachuru said? It's not only he's damaging himself, he's damaging others also. If it is a genuine profession, then it is passion, looking for results and all. But this profession itself is breaking regulatory principles against the scriptural injunctions. That's why it is a tamaguna, not even rajaguna. Now let us see. You are working as an air hostess. You will be serving liquor and meat. Every flight attendant serves it, right? But the problem is, you're a flight attendant serving liquor and meat in Delta Airlines. I mean, somehow you ended up in this job. Then you don't have any passion to serve liquor and meat. You need this job because your family is in trouble. Mike, then probably I'll give you a tougher thing. Let us see. You're initiated. You're already initiated. Whether you're initiated or not initiated in ISKCON. It's a real story. I'm asking. Let us see who will say. You're initiated. Then you realized, hey, this is not good. But you need this job because you're the only one person having job in the family. Now, what type of worker is she or he?
Prabhuji, mode of goodness, if she is not drinking or eating meat and all because she is doing her duties.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, mode of passion, because it is tied with livelihood, salary, and worldly ambition.
Okay. Anybody else? Nobody's speaking.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah,
Prabhuji, the same question once one disciple will be asking His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj.
ah,
And Maharaj, because it is the need of an hour for that person who is doing that job, she is initiated, and still because it's a need of an hour, so it comes under mode of goodness, Prabhuji, what I feel.
okay. Others? Abraham Gopal Rao.
Is a mode of goodness for us because he is surviving and then he wants to do things for his family. He's not doing any sin.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Intention is more important, Prabhu. What is the intention behind that action here? So, you say the hair hostess or that person does not have any other job. The person need this job for survival. Yeah. Is it the intention of that person?
Prabhuji, if she is serving, but she is serving Krishna and offering everything to Krishna
Yeah.
and praying sincerely that this is required for her family and for her to earn her livelihood, then it's mode of goodness.
Yeah. No, interesting actually. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah,
Chandra Pranam. Prabhuji, if that person takes approval from Guru
ah,
and then does, then it's mode of goodness, Prabhuji. Otherwise, it's either mode of passion or ignorance.
Hare Krishna.
ah. Abraham Gopal Rao.
If that is the only job she can do in the entire world, she
Ah.
can get any other job.
Ah,
That's mode of goodness. If there are other alternatives, there is mode of passion.
okay.
Haribo,
Ah,
it depends on, I think, how she's using the money. If she's giving as much as she can to the temple or to something spiritual, then that kind of not purifies, but that puts her maybe mode of goodness and passion. Maybe.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanu.
ah,
Prabhuji, I mean, for her to even survive or do bhakti along with the family, like if that job is needed, then it will be devotional or in mode of goodness, I feel, Prabhuji. Because if the body is not there, there's no medium to even worship the Lord. So in that context, I'm thinking maybe mode of goodness.
anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Go ahead.
Yes. So, Prabhuji, the environment is definitely mode of passion. It is all where the person is working. But in what consciousness the person is, like so many other devotees mentioned, is going to depend on on intentions and how the results are being utilized and what the specific forces are which are governing her to do such an activity. It won't be, it can't be labeled just in one mode. There are, mixtures of modes. So depending upon so many other factors, it would be determined. That's how I see it.
Very nice. Shamkshya Prabhu.
Prabhuji, can I add something?
Mm.
Parikshit Maharaj sent Kali to the places where meat eating and intoxication. So any place that where those things are practiced are in the mode of ignorance automatically. But then would this person be able to get a different job, or would she need that job to support a family if she's the only one working in terms of making enough income? I don't know, perhaps Krishna could provide something else if she in her heart feels like I don't want to be serving alcohol. I don't want to be serving meat. It would have to come from her heart, perhaps.
Okay. Actually, no. So I think I think we should go on because I have one more question, very important. Okay, this is the thing. Though initially you're right, the environment is surcharged with actually ignorance because the four regular principles are broken. So initially she started with the tamoguna, no doubt, but then over a period of time she realized I said she is initiated, so she is following strictly four regular principles. And she's following four agreed principles and she had no choice. Actually, the real story, this case is there in Malaysia actually. And the Mataji also asked this question to her guru. And so when she realized she's initiated, means she doesn't want to do anything. But today, if you see most of the corporations in the world, the CEO utilizes that money for breaking four agreed principles. That way, more or less every company, Tamogun prevails. Mode of ignorance, and passion. That is Kali Yuga now. So, but because she is a devotee, strictly following four agreed principles, and she has no choice but to do this job. Somebody said, I think Karan Sidhu said, intention is very important. So she's protected that way. Actually, she wrote this letter to her guru, and what should I do? Guru said, if this job is important, just continue doing it. He said, every company today, more or less, show me which company, GM, GE, all these companies for how do they spend that money, So we don't see that. But of course, here it's direct. But because she's initiated, she had no choice. She's, though initially she started this environment is, dominated by ignorance, no doubt. But she's initiated and she's trying to become free from modes. And she's doing it just to, maintain her livelihood, So it's predominantly mode of goodness. But only one problem with mode of goodness is not pure in this world. Mode of goodness is always tainted with mode of passion and ignorance. Only in the case of pure goodness, Vishuddha Sattva, then it is become free from the influence of passion and ignorance. That is the answer. And now, my last question, it's very important.
Prabhuji, before that, is it the same scenario as Bhishma is in position, the same position, was in the same position?
Yes, more or less. But of course, you're telling, is it because Duryodhana and all, they're very influenced by passion and Bhishma is a pure devotee. A Mahajan actually, we cannot speak about Bhishma. Bhishma is a Mahajan and he's not, Bhishma position is different. We cannot compare this case with that case.
Yes.
And the last question. This is also a real-time situation, let us see. There is a Mataji. She is maintaining her beauty parlor. She loves her job. She loves to decorate. She is also initiated. But she feels her initiation at home, that is a home activity. This is her work. She received a lot of training. She spent a lot of money. She spent a lot of money to open the business. When she goes home, she chants her rounds. But she likes to do this service. Now you tell me.
Passion.
She is initiated though. Okay, Abraham said passion. Others?
Passion, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, if she can use this talent in service of Krishna, like for drama or other things like we do makeup, then it's good. Otherwise, it is passion only for money only.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Who is pleased in this occasion? Krishna or that Mataji? Who is pleased?
No, okay, Krishna. Okay, my question to you. There is no Krishna. Do you know on day-to-day basis, you're pleasing comfortably Krishna? Nobody knows, So you are assuming,
Yeah.
So don't bring that question. I cannot answer.
Then that is
I
more.
think Prabhu, you specifically mentioned she likes doing it. So
I mentioned
that
it, yes. But he's
aspects,
asking. I
that
agree.
aspects is derived from passion.
She likes doing this. She wants to decorate her customers nicely. This is also real-time situation. I'm not joking, seriously. What is the answer? Any last person, one more person, and then I'll.
Prabhuji, if she is serving Krishna, chanting, reading, and maintaining the atmosphere at her beauty parlor very clean and sattvic, then it can be mode of goodness.
Okay. Okay, last answer. Anyone wants to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah.
It comes under mode of passion
Ah.
because she was doing it with because she likes the job and the job itself promotes bodily beautification. It
Ah.
mainly belongs to Rajaguna, Prabhuji.
Very good. So let us not waste time. Answer is a straight mode of passion. No? I mean, you are devotee, but still you have choices, right, to make. Yeah. And she's liking it. She's liking it. It's a bodily platform activity on the bodily platform. So it is directly mode of passion. Thank you very much. These examples are given only to to have an understanding of these verses. These verses are very, very important actually.
Prabhuji, I have a question here. Like
Ah.
we in these flights, like we travel, but they work on they are under mode of ignorance because their atmosphere, they are serving non-veg, they are serving liquor. So does that bring us also under some ignorance or passion because we are supporting them technically, we are buying those tickets to flying or traveling?
Acha, you are talking about you as a passenger.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Amma, you have no choice. The whole world is like that. What is Kaliga? It's surcharged with passion and ignorance. So show me one airlines, that is vegetarian airlines. Show me one airlines that doesn't serve liquor. So what can we do? And for that reason, for that matter, show me one company that does not, the company CEO, usually all these multinational corporations, and they break all the four regulatory principles actually. But you as a software engineer or doctor, engineer, professor, whatever, it's in education institutions. Environment is surcharged with passion and ignorance. But you are leading your life. You need this job. You have to live in the society. But you're initiated, and you're very conscious of what you're doing, and conscious of what you're doing, and you're like, what is that? You're standing outside the water. You're on the bank of the river, a bank of the pond, and you're making sure you're not getting wet as much as possible. You're understanding? But as a customer, your question, what can you do? You have no choice, But you are not eating anything. You're not drinking anything when you are there in the air. So that way you're protected. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
I just returned from doing service. The question is, I was forced to leave an ashram and basically stayed in hotels to continue the service and Airbnbs until my money ran out. Now I found a place that accepts the minimum amount of money I have. However, it's somebody I used to give prashadam to. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. They are in the mode of ignorance, big time. But I stay there to continue doing my service. I've handed out Bhagavatams. One person is interested. She wants me to preach to others, but I haven't been able to consistently preach to her because she's constantly working. And when I come to Detroit, I'm constantly on the altar. So I don't know. I don't like to be around that much ignorance, and I just wonder if I'm doing something wrong.
You have no choice. If I understand correctly, you're living with somebody else, and who are in mode of
Only on the weekends. I don't live in Detroit, so only on the weekends.
You have no choice. What can you do? Like the flight attendant, So you have no choice, and of course your financial situation. So Krishna knows all these things. One devotee said intent. So what can you do?
I feel like I'm progressing on the spiritual path,
Definitely.
which is weird.
No, this is the thing. What is that? According to your financial situation, you are staying with somebody, but as long as you're immune yourself, you protect yourself from the impact of the environment, which is predominantly mode of ignorance. If you can protect yourself, then you're safe because you have no choice. But if you can get into if you're influenced by environment and if you get into their habits, then you lose that status. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
But
Hare Krishna.
You're staying there, and you have no choice, and you're sincerely chanting, following four regular principles, taking prasad.
I have a choice. I don't have to continue doing my service, but to me, serving the deities is my life. I don't want to give up that relationship, but it's a choice.
They have deities?
I serve deities in Detroit.
You're talking about Detroit Temple?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is great.
It's not great when you have to live with meat eaters and people who are doing drugs. It's been difficult. But being on the altar, I'm surrendering more and more. And that feels, and so maybe I'm impassioned. That feels great.
Don't worry, Krishna will definitely protect you. If you're on the altar every day, and if you sincerely pray, Krishna will arrange you also.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody is asking.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a question because I am also working about the air hostess example. The liquor comes under mode of ignorance, okay, and if the intention is of earning livelihood, that comes under passion. But Prabhuji, you said the intention matters. If the intention is, oh, I do not have any other option, I just have to do it for the livelihood, then that comes under mode of goodness because a person is in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhu, I have a question because like in the air hostess job, no matter in which company the person goes, they will have to do the same kind of a job. So shouldn't be the intention of changing the job because anyway it's on the livelihood. So if I pray Krishna, oh Bhagwan, please give me a job where I don't have to make any compromises and even my livelihood would be. So shouldn't this kind of an intention come up under mode of goodness? Please forgive me. I'm just trying to understand because I'm also working and I need to know this for myself, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Nice question. Thank you. No, answer is yes. You have no choice. Whether you're continuing your work, but at the same time you're praying, my Lord, please Give me a better situation, in a better job, in a better situation. Put me in a better situation. And you're continuing job, but you're you're strictly following 400 principles, and you're chanting your rounds, and you're practicing as a devotee. Definitely Krishna will protect you, and eventually when situation becomes better, Krishna may put you in better situation too. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, Prabhuji, just one thing. Like, does karma also play here?
Definitely. So because of the reaction of karma only, you got that, you're into that position now. Yes. So, but again, this let me tell you, as I said, this may will conclude here. Today, world is whole world is impacted by passion and ignorance. So, but most of the people don't have choices. You're a skilled worker in particular area. Definitely, there is some reaction, but if you sincerely chant your rounds and follow 400 principles, Krishna will definitely protect you. I'm honest. Okay. And thank you. Now let us go. I'm sure you're all seeing the screen now. So next thing is intelligence or understanding. What is right? What is wrong? What is religion? What is the religion? What should be done? What not should be. What should what to be done? What not to be done? What is to be feared? What not to be feared? What is binding and what is liberating? If you have that type of intelligence, clearly, that type of intelligence is mode of goodness. Or the understanding or intelligence by which you cannot distinguish what is religion, what is the religion, what to be done, what not to be done, that is passion. Very important, these points, So sometimes, in other words, you're unable to decide what to do, what not to do. It means you're impacted by, you're impelled by passion. The last one, the intelligence or understanding. You think religion has religion has a religion, and you're under the spell of illusion and darkness. You always try for wrong things, then you're in ignorance. Wow. Faulty intelligence. Now I've seen people, hey, drinking is wrong. No, if you drink next day, you'll have free toilet. Some people, hey, smoking is bad. No, if you smoke, there is no phlegm. I've seen people telling this. Means what? Tamaguna, mode of ignorance. But you're able to, little better than that is, you're unable to distinguish what is religion, what to be done, what not to be done. You have some idea. That's what's called passion. But goodness, understanding or intelligence and goodness is, you know what to do, what not to do. You know what to be feared, what not to be feared. You know what is binding, what's liberating. It's very important. And now we'll go forward. Determination. धृत्याय धारयते मन प्राणेन्द्रिय क्रिय योगिना व्यभिचारेण धृति से पार्थ सात्विकी. Unbreakable determination supported by yoga, and you're doing yoga to practice. You're doing yoga practice to control your mind and senses, and you have unbreakable determination. That type of determination is a mode of goodness. Now I have a question for all of you. Can you give me one example for mode of goodness determination?
Waking up early in the morning every day.
Okay, I want fantastic. I want an example, one person example from Bhagavatam.
Dhruva Maharaj.
Yes, Dhruva Maharaj. Perfect. Transcendental. Eventually become transcendental also. Start with mode of goodness. Very nice. Any other example?
So, Prabhuji, did it start with mode of goodness or passion? Because he had intention or desires and then
Okay, yeah,
finally
it started with passion, no doubt. Started with mode of passion. And then shifted to goodness. Unbreakable determination, Prabhu.
Ranti Dev, Maharaj Shibi.
Yes, Marantidev Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Prahlad Maharaj, like from birth, like from the
Prahlad.
womb.
Yes. Prahlad.
So that will be goodness or pure goodness, Prabhuji, Prahlad Maharaj?
Prahlad Maharaj, I mean, honestly speaking, in the material world, Maharaj mentions there is no pure, there is goodness means it has touch of passion and ignorance. So Prahlad Maharaj started with goodness, but eventually transcended, attained pure goodness for sure. Srila Prabhupada, pure goodness, transcendental determination. Bhakti Thakur, transcendental. All our acharyas, So the last one is determination by which one holds fast to fruitful results in religion, economic development, sense enjoyment, sense gratification is the nature of passion. I should become a tennis player. I should win the Wimbledon, or I should win the Olympic medal. What type of determination is that?
Passion.
Okay. So sorry, let us finish third one. Determination cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, illusion. Such unintelligent determination, O son of Pruta, is in mode of darkness. So means you have determination, but you only dream. Alright, this I have to do this. You dream it, but you don't do anything for it. We are always scared. What will happen? Lamentation, moroseness, and illusion. So, can I ask some questions? These are very important life questions, actually. I'm sure everyone is seeing the screen, right? This year, I want to get into MIT, but I'm always wanting to get into MIT, but you need to every day give 6 to 8 hours. But I'm very busy, I don't have time.
Ignorance.
What type of determination is that?
Ignorance.
Huh?
Ignorance, Prabhuji.
Ignorance. Anybody else? The goal is passionate goal, but you are not even working for it. It is ignorance. So actually, I have ability to become a CEO, but when I become a CEO, somebody will definitely pull me down. That fear I always have. That's why I'm not working so hard to become a CEO. But I have desire to become a CEO. But if I become the CEO, somebody may pull me down. Then why should I work to become? Why should I work and reach the corporate ladder? What type of determination is that?
Ignorance.
Mood of ignorance.
Ignorance. I want to be the first person to climb Everest. What type of determination is that?
More passion.
Passion.
Okay. Now let me ask this question. I want to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Everyone should chant Krishna's name. you know. But of course, I am doing it, so I should also become famous. What is that?
Mode of passion. Mode of passion. Mode of passion.
Definitely fruitative.
What is that?
Definitely fruitative.
Definitely fruit. Very nice. Even though you want to promote. So that is it, you know. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, amazing. We are going a little slowly, but happiness. 3 kinds of happiness. Wow. That which in the beginning may be just like a poison, but the end is like nectar, which awakens one to self-realization, is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. Haribol. Prabhuji says every day you come to Mangalarti. Every day you chant 16 rounds. Every day you come and do service. You have to be really humble. And you know, you should be humble and strictly you have to follow 4 principles. If you do this end result, you'll go back to Godhead. You know, and when you go back to Godhead, you'll have unlimited pleasure. What type of happiness is this?
Definitely temporary and never enough.
Only one person, you know. So, you know, you're sincere, like simple, let me tell you. Okay, what we'll do? Let us see all the 3 things. All the 3 things we'll see. Then initially it's like a poison, but end result is nectar, and it will awaken the self-realization. The pleasure of happiness at the same time, you attain self-realization. That is happiness, mode of happiness and mode of goodness. Then passionate happiness is sense enjoyment. You eat nice foodstuffs, go to party, enjoy. You know, but at the end, this essential enjoyment brings you suffering. That is passion. The last one is, you know, delusion from beginning. End is beginning is, you know, this pleasure is in the beginning it is illusion, end is illusion, and you'll get this pleasure from sleeping, laziness, and that type of pleasure is in the mode of ignorance. Now let me ask you, you know, you have to follow sincerely, you know, chant 16 rounds sincerely, follow 4 principles sincerely. If you do that, Prabhupada is telling, end of the life you'll go back to Krishna and you'll attain unlimited happiness. What type of happiness is that?
In goodness.
Straight mode of goodness. Fantastic. I love sweets. You know, I love sweets really. You know, and actually they are very delicious. They're all vegetarian sweets. What type of happiness is that?
If it is offered to Krishna, it is mode of goodness. And if it is not, then it is mode of passion.
Okay, I didn't say whether it's passion, he offered or unoffered. It means it is unoffered. It is actually passion. Now the next question, Mataji told. You have offered prasad, somebody gave it to you, morning, sweets, Mangal Bhog sweets, Peda, Sandesh. It's Mahaprasad. And you love to eat them. Mode of goodness or passion or ignorance?
Goodness, Prabhuji.
Passion, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, if we see that it is peda, then it is mode of passion.
Goodness, Prabhuji.
Somebody is telling goodness. Okay, somebody is, if it is peda, it is goodness. If it is rasgulla, it is passion. If it is,
No, Prabhuji, I was saying if we see that as a peda and not as a prasad, then it is a goodness. If we see as a prasad only, then it is goodness.
oh, okay. Okay. Who will answer? Somebody gave you like morning sweets, peda and sandesh. You love sweets. That sweets is, I mean, Yuri, what is that?
Passion. Passion, Prabhuji?
Huh?
If you want to take it for our own sense enjoyment, then it is passion. But as a lot of mercy
Because it is,
because it is offered to Krishna. Mercy is there. But again, to that also I can sense gratification. I can
first is prasad is transcendental. It's not goodness. You know? But end of the day, because you're eating it, you love it. Somebody made a point. It is transcendental. No matter what your consciousness is. So, but at the end, of course, you still have a choice. What is your consciousness while eating? Are you eating because it is prasad? Are you eating it because it is a sweet? That will also determine, no doubt. You go to happy hour and drink liquor every time, and you save some money. And that money you donate to temple. What is the pleasure? Happy hour means you go and 1 o'clock you go, you get a cheap liquor. You get liquor for cheaper price. And you save the money and you donated that money to the temple. What is that consciousness?
Ignorance.
Passion? Somebody said ignorance. Anybody else?
Prabhuji, is it mixed ignorance and goodness?
It is charity in the mode of ignorance. That's it. Charity, but in the mode of ignorance. Now, Krishna is giving the
Hare
example.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Just a quick thing. So charity in the mode of ignorance, generally we say to the direction in which the charity is given. Isn't it? Like in this case, the charity is given to temple versus giving to some other,
Basically,
ordinary.
I don't know. Actually, this is a thing, bro. What is that? How are you generating that? You are generating it through the mode of ignorance for sure.
But Prabhuji, from one standpoint, you also mentioned that
Then
practically all the CEOs and everywhere these days, passion and ignorance is full.
No, but you are not. I agree. But here you are drinking liquor. You are going to happy hour to save some money. Basically, what is your consciousness when you drink liquor? Tamaguna. Tamaguna, like, there in the third canto of Bhagavatam, Kapila Muni speaks of bhakti in the mode of ignorance. But anyway, let us not get into there. You are going to happy hour to save some money. So, and you're drinking. So you're drinking and you're saving $3. Then you're bringing that money. So there is enjoyment. There is enjoyment. But of course, you're donating it to Krishna. So it is charity.
So Prabhuji, even in ignorance, we can't just say it's one category because like donating to Krishna versus donating elsewhere, the destination will be also different. Like there will be so many gradations within that.
I'm not denying it. So of course, eventually he'll give it up and he'll become a pure devotee. No doubt. So, but thing is, right now, you are drunk and you are giving that money. So, Krishna, it's charity in the mode of ignorance. So, Krishna will accept it, and you'll be purified. But as of now, because your state, even in charity also will come, of course. So what is that? Or just because he's given to Krishna, you want me to? Because in future slokas that also will come.
Yeah, so this can be one of the offenses to the holy name, to naam ke bal par paap karna, like commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name, in one sense. Assuming that if I give charity, my sinful things will be nullified or something.
No, he doesn't know anything, he's just, he's a beginner and he's not even chanting. So he's just coming and, so he's coming and giving that money in charity. Okay, let me see. Giving right thing to the right person at the right motive is mode of goodness. Giving a right thing to the right person with the wrong motive is mode of passion. And giving wrong thing to the wrong person with the wrong motive is mode of ignorance. Then, first of all, is giving a wrong thing to the
Right thing to the right person is okay, but with the wrong means.
So actually, the modes are a little bit mixed here, but it's a predominant. I mean, his consciousness is not straight. He has some sukriti. He's giving it. So he's giving it. He will definitely get the benefit, no doubt. But the simple answer is, I feel, predominant mode of ignorance. That's what I can tell. So coming to the Brahmins,
Prabhuji, sorry, I have a question. Prabhuji, if someone gives us Mahaprasad and because of our health we don't take it, we don't want it, then what, like?
No, somebody gives you Mahaprasad from temple.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
So
why
what?
you don't want to take it?
Because of like someone health, like they refuse to take. They have diabetes or they can't have these sweets, like not like just the sweets.
Oh, I mean, you have diabetes and somebody gives you Mahaprasad from temple.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you are refusing because it is Mahaprasad. Sorry, because you have diabetes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What's the question?
So does that come under mode of ignorance, passion, or?
So this is the thing, we don't have faith and prasad. Honestly speaking, if you can even, if you like Raghunath Das Goswami, he was eating, the food rejected by the cows and the flies. He has that faith. We don't have that faith. So when you don't have faith, there is nothing wrong. So say no, Prabhu, I cannot do it. So that shows we don't have sufficient faith and prasad. Prasad is transcendental. If you have that faith and eat, nothing will happen. But if you don't have that faith and you're still on bodily platform and consider that as sweet but not Mahaprasad, yeah, definitely. End of the day, one devotee wrote an article. It is Mahaprasad, it's transcendental. End of the day, prasad is that it's a metal stuff. If you leave it outside for 4 days, the fungus will form on that also. Yes or no? So it all depends on your faith on that. And if you don't have faith, then there's nothing wrong, nothing wrong saying no to it actually. Haridas Thakur, when Govinda brings prasad, Haridas Thakur says, I have not chanted my rounds. But how can I say no to you? You brought prasad. But Haridas Thakur had a vow. How can I eat prasad without finishing my vows? He was in a dilemma. Finally, he says, it took little portion. So when the easiest answer for this type of situation is just offer obeisance to the prasad. That's it. Or put prasad on your head and give it to somebody. That is the safest thing. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So Brahmanas means their mode of goodness. So Brahmanas mode of goodness. Samadhamastapa kshantirarjam evacha jnana vijnanamastikhyam brahmakarma subhavajam. Brahmanas means not 2 rupees thread, not by birth Brahmana. If you have these qualities, you are Brahminical, you are Brahmana. Or if you are peaceful, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiosity. If you exhibit these qualities, irrespective of which caste you are born, you are a Brahmana. Second one is heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity in leadership. They are the qualities of Kshatriyas. If you have these qualities, you are a Kshatriya in nature. If you have farming, you like to do farming, you like to take care of cows, and business are the natural work for Vaishyas. And Shudras, they work for others, 9 to 5 job. A person who is working for others is a Shudra. You're all listening, right? So
Yes.
rather than whichever way, what based on your nature and activity, whatever work you do for the pleasure of Krishna, you'll become perfect. So by worship of the Lord, who is the source of all living beings, who is source of all beings, who is all pervading, a man can attain perfection through performing his own work. You do your job, 9 to 5 job, and bring that fruit, the 9 to 5 job, bring that money to take care of your family needs. You continue do that duty will purify you. So be situated, get into job based on your nature, and utilize the fruits of the job in taking care of family and take care of in giving charity to the temple and devotees. That all situation will purify you and will elevate you in your consciousness for sure. Now this is very important. What is that? Srayan Sudharmo Vignaha Paradharma Sunashita. Swabhavanidam karma kurvannapnoti kalbisham. It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reactions. Wow. So, I can give this example. It's very important. You do your work according to your nature. You do your work according to your nature. Just because some other work is lucrative, don't do it. That is not your nature, you'll fail. Krishna tells this to Arjuna. Arjuna, your nature is a Kshatriya. You're telling you will go and you will go to forest and beg. While begging, if you come across another person, you'll fight with him. That is your nature. Begging is not your nature. What is your nature? Fighting. So you stay here as well. You stay here and do that work as well. You cannot beg. How many of you are understanding? I'll tell you, it's like, king should be a Kshatriya and minister should be a Brahmana. So some courtiers, some other ministers can be Vaishya and raise funds for the king. And somebody like, some people can be Shudras. Some ministers can be, what do you call? They do service. Now my question to you, minister thinks, a king is getting a lot of respect. I am the one who is advising him, and because of my advice, he is running the kingdom. I'll become the king if a minister thinks who is very Brahminical intelligent. What is the problem with that? If a minister who is in mode of goodness becomes a king, can anyone think of the wrong things that will happen?
Yeah, when aggression is needed, he may not impose aggression.
Good.
Prabhuji, this is when the Brahman becomes the king, the minister?
A minister is the one who is guiding the king. Finally, he says, look, I am giving my intelligence, that's why king is working, but he is getting the name of fame. Let me become a king. So one day, imagine king dies and minister, he says, I will become the king because I am using my intelligence. What is the problem with that type of kingdom?
If there is a war, the king will run away.
Oh, good. Any other example? Fantastic. He is Brahminical. When there is a war, what he will do? He'll forgive that guy. Then what happens? That person will defeat him. He doesn't. Very nice point, Kanan Pro. Okay, now my next question. One minister thinks, I am the one raising funds for the king. I am the one raising funds for the king. Kingdom is running because of me only. I am raising funds. He is spending. I'll become the king. If a Vaishya becomes a king, Vaishya minister becomes king, what is the problem?
There won't be any charity because his mind will always work in what is the profit.
Okay. Anybody?
Again, there is a possibility of
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, he might sell the kingdom because he will think that this is profitable.
Okay. No, how can he sell the kingdom? Then he cannot become a king.
Oh, yes, yes.
He may not be able to generate wealth for the kingdom because he is busy taking care of the state as a king.
No. No, he's Vaishya,
Can't fight. He can't fight either.
He can't fight either. True.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Vaishya's nature is like profit oriented, not protection oriented. So whenever there will be wars or wrongdoers, so he won't. Like, there will be imbalance in the society.
Amazing.
Somebody is saying Donald Trump.
Somebody's. It's being recorded. Okay, I'll tell you. If Vaishya becomes king, Vaishya nature is always to make money, right? All the welfare programs he'll cancel because they're emptying the treasury. So wherever money is coming, encourage them. Wherever money is going, no, don't let the money go. All the well. So state is funding the education program. Stop it. State is funding the education program. Stop it. So wherever money is coming, encourage those programs. And he's also not courageous. When war comes, he'll run away. Very nice. That's the thing. Actually, that's why today one has to know his nature and work accordingly. And if Shudra becomes a king, Shudra minister becomes a king, what will happen?
Can't make decisions.
Okay, can't make decisions.
Can't fight.
He won't be able to, he'll listen to everyone. He said, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? He'll be confused.
He'll promote liquor, he'll promote smoking, he'll promote gambling because he's in bodily consciousness. These things will bring money. Why today society is in chaos? Because Shudras, Kalau Shudra Sambhava. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, very important. Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature. O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault. Prabhupada writes in this here, a Vaishya who is doing business, a Vaishya who is doing business, he tells everyone, hey, for you, I'm not taking any profit. For you, I'm giving for $20. Take it. But the buyer knows he's taking some profit. Prabhupada writes there, that's okay. In every endeavor, there is some fault. But just because you want to be perfect, you don't do any work, that is laziness. You have to do some work, even though there is some fault involved. But if you do that faulty work, eventually for the pleasure of Krishna, Krishna will purify you. Very nice verse actually. One who is self-controlled, unattached, and who disregards material enjoyment can obtain by practice of renunciation the highest stage of freedom from reaction. Wow. Everyone, please, can you read this verse together? One who is self-controlled, unattached,
Unattached, who
and who
And who
disregards all material.
disregards all material enjoyments can
and
obtain
obtain by
by practice
practice
of
renunciation
renunciation the
highest
highest perfect stage of
state of
freedom
freedom
from
from
reaction.
Yes. So just chant Hare Krishna mantra, do Bhakti Yoga, follow Bhakti Yoga process, and strictly follow four agreed principles, and you'll attain the perfection of life. Highest state of life you'll attain, Krishna is telling. Wow. O son of Kunti, learn from me how one who has achieved this perfection can obtain the supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge. By acting this way, I shall now summarize. So, what is that? Um, Krishna is telling how to attain self-realization. We'll read being purified by his intelligence, controlling the mind with determination, giving the objects of sense gratification, being freed from attachment and hatred. One who lives in secluded place, who eats little, controls his body. Actually, now here again, a touch of Ashtanga Yoga is coming actually, but that's okay. Mind and power of speech, who is always in trance, who is detached, free from false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship, and peaceful. Such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self-realization. It's a little difficult, but for Lord Chaitanya's process is very easy. What is that? Chant Hare Krishna, eat prasad, and do service in the temple as much as you can, you'll be liberated. Next one. Brahmabhuta Prasannatma, one who is thus transcendently situated, at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes joyful, fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. So, what is Brahmabhuta? Brahmabhuta stage means you are a pure devotee. You are situated on the platform of self-realization. Nasochati. Okay, you got a job, thank you. You have not got a job, thank you. You got something, thank you. You didn't get anything, thank you. Nasochati nakangshate. It doesn't have any desire for anything. And when something is lost, he is not disturbed, exactly. So if we attain that state, Brahmabhuta state, Prabhupada says, today we are Mayabhuta. Maya is under me. We are under the influence of Maya actually. So if you attain that state, Brahman, full Krishna consciousness, then you can enter into the kingdom of God. So Bhakti Yoga is enough actually. This is very important. Though engaged in all kinds of service activities, my pure devotee under my protection reaches the eternal and imperishable abode by my grace. So if you are a Bhakti Yogi, Sarvakarmani api sada kurvano mad vipasraya. mat prasadat avapnoti shashvatam padamabhyam. So, if you are a bhakti yogi, though you are doing so many things, Prabhupada was buying lands, building temples, preaching, writing, traveling, counseling. But Prabhupada did everything for the pleasure of Krishna only. That's why if you do all the things for the pleasure of Krishna, you're always in a situated on a liberated platform. Haribol. So every activity, whatever you're doing, you depend on Krishna. Yesterday, what is that? Not yesterday. The previous class, I think. One minute. Basically, if you do things for the pleasure of Krishna, samsiddhi aritoshanam, then you're protected. If you practice pure bhakti all the time, in all situations, you're already liberated in this world. And now, very important is 58th verse. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing from me, you'll be lost. So, what is very important? Being under Krishna's shelter is important. Actually, one time I asked Jayadvath Maharaj and he spoke on this verse. Machitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarishyasi atachetvam ahankaran nasroshyasi vinankshasi. So if you are conscious of Krishna, can you see Pandavas? How many troubles they went through? But by Krishna's grace, they went through all the obstacles. But when can we not listen to Krishna? When we have ego. I don't need to depend on Krishna all the time. That is the sign. You have ego. And the moment Krishna's hand is not there, you lose protection. You're listening or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
But how do you know you're getting Krishna's mercy or not? Krishna's mercy comes through
Devotees.
Guru and devotees. So what is very important is gaining Krishna's grace. How to gain Krishna's grace? Who is available? Sir the spiritual master, Sir the Guru, and follow his direction. Yasya prasada? Bhagavad prasada. Yasya prasada? Nagati kutopi. If Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased. Guru is displeased, Krishna is displeased. If you do not act according to my direction and do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your nature, you'll have to be engaged in warfare. You're a Kshatriya, sir. Wake up and fight. If you don't do that, you'll be illusioned. Under illusion, you are now declining to act according to my direction. But compelled by work born of your own nature, you will act all the same. O son of Kunti. What is Krishna telling? You are rejecting the war. Is your decision. That's not good. What we'll do, we'll stop here. Any question or comment? And the next class will be the last class for Bhagavad Gita. And we'll be starting immediately Nectar of Instruction. And can you put a message, Nikunju Hari Prabhu? Even if you have not attended Bhagavad Gita, we have 4 modules. The 3 module, for some reason Bhagavad Gita, they have not, they can attend other modules. Or if you post all these, others can hear and write the exam. So online send a message. We are starting Nectar of Instruction Upadeshamrita in 2 weeks to come.
When Mataji was proposing, the sister and mother will join. I told them to join. Maybe if they want, then in the next base, they can finish the Bhagavad Gita. But they should continue this.
Yeah, so that's what I'm telling. So, for some reason, anybody who has not attended, they can continue this and they can finish Bhagavad Gita at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I want to speak. Thank you very much. And Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa
Hare
sindhu.
Krishna Prabhuji, just a quick question. Is the assignment 6 due tomorrow?
Okay,
Yes, but you can submit. The date was given.
Oh, you have given the date?
15. They can submit as soon as they can.
As soon as he is telling, as soon as you are done, you submit it. Tomorrow is the date he said. 15th he has given the date. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So we end it here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu.